Hi, I'm Tim Bartz, Internet Sales Manager here at McArthur Ford in Salina, Kansas. The Ford Bronco build and price is out. It is live. And what I want to do is I like to do complete guide walk around videos. Of course, we don't have Bronco here, so I'm going to do it using the build and price configure tool and go through some of the different optional equipment. Packages are available for each of the different models. Did a video several months ago when Bronco first came out with some of the things that we thought were going to be in there, what Ford gave us for information. And this one I'm going to make it a little thorough. So we're going to go through this and show you that information. We are doing a series. We're going to go through every model. So if you don't know anything about our YouTube channel, hit the red subscribe button down below so you can get subscribed to our channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. That way you get notified the next time we have another video uploaded in this series. And keep notified on those. But you can check out, if you go to our YouTube channel, we were going to have a playlist for the 2021 Bronco build and price. That's what it's going to be called. So you can check that playlist, and it's going to be just the videos based on the different trim and models for these. I did a video last night just to kind of go through a few things, but we'll highlight more on each model as we do this and go through this. So let's go ahead and get started. Again, do keep in mind too as we go through this, if you're somebody out there that's working maybe with a dealership and want to switch your Bronco reservation over to McArthur, you can do that. I'll leave that 800 number down in the description so you can check that out down there. Also, I'm going to list the prices and the different packages down in the description as well. So the video will probably go live right away, and then I'll add that to the description probably this weekend after the video goes live. So depending on when you watch this video, you check the description and we have those prices for the different optional equipment. Now, Bronco Nation came out, which I think we all know by now. Bronco Nation is really, it is Ford, but they've come out with this nice little build and price reference guide, which is basically what us as Ford dealerships use as our order guides. And so it actually does break down the standard as well as optional equipment. And so it was actually a PDF I got off of Bronco6G.com. Their forum was on there. And so I did get that. I saved that. It is a PDF. That can be sent to you. I'll try to see if I can link it onto our website and put that PDF in there so you can go to our Bronco page. So eventually it'll be on our Bronco page, but what's really neat about it is it does go through this standard equipment. So when we're looking at this, the base trim, and to get to this configure, you can do it on your phone, and I'm actually going to use my phone so that I can put I can put it beside me over here, and you'll be able to see that throughout the video instead of bringing screenshots in for you. It just makes it a little bit easier on editing as well as for you being able to watch it. So when we talk about this, when we're looking at the base, whether it be the 2-door or 4-door, if you see the view details there, and by the way, to get to this, right now, if you just go to Ford.com, there is a button for build and price for Bronco. You can click that. Otherwise, I did find a quicker way to get through it because sometimes it actually, because of traffic, it struggles a little bit. But if you go to shop.ford.com/configure/Bronco, and I'll have that link down in the description as well so that you can go right to that. So we are going to we're going to pull this up so you can see this pretty easily. So right now we're going to talk about the base trim in this video. A lot of dealers will probably bypass that one, but we're going to talk about the base model because there are a lot of people that can really get into the Bronco in the base model and has the equipment that they need. And so you can look for the standard equipment. I'm not going to cover the standard equipment, but you can pull this up. I do have this reference guide. But you can pull this up by clicking the view details. So when we're looking at the base model, we choose your models. You can go right and left to see those models. But if you go down to view details, it's kind of small down there. But if you hit that, there's an arrow. You click on that, and it actually shows you some of the information there, some of the highlights there, plus some of the key features. Also then if you keep scrolling down, it does have the standard features, exterior, interior, packages, and it's only going to show you the standard packages there. Which in this they're calling the Ford Copilot 360 technology. It doesn't include all the Copilot 360, but some of the features, and then of course power and handling, and shows you what's going to be standard equipment. Like on the base is the manual transmission with the 2.3, and then you do have safety and all that. So you can go through that and check those safety features. If you want to talk about standard features, that's how you would get to that and find that. When you go to start your build, we're going to click on that button right now for the 2-door here. And you go through this, it's only going to show you what you can be added to the vehicle from the standard equipment. So it's not going to go through any of the more standard equipment anymore. It's going to kind of go through the optional equipment, colors, choices, interior colors, that kind of thing. So when we look in here, you do have arrows at the top of the page. You can click left and right if you want to go quickly down the page, because what it's going to do is when you click the arrow, it's actually going to go kick you down to the interior features, which would just mean you wouldn't have to scroll yourself. So you can kick right to that back and forth pretty easily. So we're going to go back up to the exterior. On the exterior, you do have 5 images, so you can turn that around, see what it's going to look like from the back, from the side, different angles there. So you're going to see what that looks by scrolling through those pictures. As you change features, it will change what that image looks like, and that's why this is really cool. I've been using to configure a lot of my videos for years for vehicles that didn't have packages that were available. If I didn't have them in stock, I would use the build and price so you could see those. So colors that are available on the base trim, you do have shadow black, you have Oxford white, antimatter blue, you do have the iconic silver, carbonized gray, you do have the rapid red, which is actually an additional $295 if you decide to go with that color. They do charge you extra because it is a tinted clear coat. And then you do have velocity blue. So those are your different colors. We'll leave it on velocity blue for this as we're going through this video. If you scroll down, we do have some optional wheels here. The optional wheel though is part of a package. So the standard wheel is going to be the 16-inch bright polished silver painted steel wheel that you're seeing in the image there. If you click on that other wheel, it actually tells you need to add the Sasquatch package, which includes other features as well, and it's going to cost you $57.90. So that package is actually $5,000. There's something else they're wanting you to add, the extra $790 for that, and last night I was trying to figure that out and haven't quite figured it out, but I'll try to see there's something else that it's making you add. Sometimes it'll tell you that. So we won't add that. We'll go on down, but when you do, we'll add the Sasquatch package down here later, and so that way you can kind of see what that's going to look like on the vehicle. So if you try to click that other, the standard tire there is a 16-inch all-season tire. If you try to click on the other tire, that is the one that's part of the Sasquatch package. Again, tells you need to add those other wheels and some other features, and that's why it's an extra $57.90. So, and then when you go down, it's showing you the standard roof on the two-door is that molded in color, that hardtop. That's standard on your two-door. Four-door is going to come standard with a soft top, so you will have an optional soft top as well when we go to the four-door. So we might actually do the four-door here in just a little bit. And then you do have the hardtop sound deafening headliner. Deadening, not deafening. Sorry, I made that mistake on some other videos. So that's $495. So that's going to give you some insulation on the headliner there. And then you do have roof rack rails with crossbars if you do have the hard top. In this case, two-door is going to have the hard top as standard equipment. If you, to get this feature on a four-door, it'll tell you need to choose the hard top as well. So we will kick over to the four-door in just a little bit so you can see the option, some of those different options over there. And then for the bumper, you do have a heavy-duty modular front bumper. It is $825. Price-wise, that's probably fair. It is a really upgraded front bumper up there, so that's what that charge is going to be. And then you do have the couple other things you can add is the bash plates, so the upgraded front steel bash plates. And so that actually is not showing anything because I think that's part of the Sasquatch package. So if we try to add it, it does tell you that you need to add the modular front bumper. So it's looks like when we add it, it's $825, so that's included with the modular front bumper. So it's not a charge. So the bash plates come with that modular front bumper. So now that cost is looking a little bit better there for you. You do have splash guards, front and rear, $220. I think when you try to add that, it'll tell you, I think it lets you add it. But if you try to add it with the Sasquatch, it says it can't do it. So keep that in mind if you want the Sasquatch package. Paint protection film is $295. That's kind of just to kind of protect the paint a little bit. It's something, a protection that they put on it. We do some of those services here as well for you. You do have the brush guard, so you can add that. So if we add the brush guard as $300, then you can kind of see it does tell you also that you need to get the heavy-duty modular front bumper too. So let's go ahead and add that so you can see what that's going to look like. So pretty cool brush guard on the front there, and it changes the bumper as well in that image, and it's going to give you the bash plate. So so you're adding $300 plus, like you said, you saw the cost was over $1,100 because it adds the $825 as well. So We'll go ahead and take that back off. You do have a wheel lock kit that's available, so $90. Gives you one locking lug nut as well as the key to go with it. And then you do have engine block heaters, $100, pretty typical on what Ford charges for that. So if you're in a cold weather state, you live maybe outside and keep the vehicle outside long periods of time, engine block heater will help keep that warmed up. You do have the keyless entry keypad is $110. That's pretty standard price for that as well. And that's going to be basically, it's like a wireless remote that you can program your own keypad, and it's just a sticker that goes on the side of the vehicle. And so that can actually be put in different locations. I've actually seen people put this like on the dash down low so that people can't see where it's at, right there by the hood. So you can put that in different locations if you wanted to. That's typically where Ford says to put it. Now we're doing interior features down here, and you have two different images to look at. You have a dash shot and you do have the side shot. So on the base model, you're going to have black onyx is the only color option there for you on the interior, and it's going to be cloth seats. So those are the options there. Now any time you can click the little eye or the details, and if you click on that, it's going to give you information about that. It says front row buckets, 6-way manual, driver and passenger. 2 doors going to get a second row 60/40 split fold second row seat. That is actually incorrect. They need to correct this. So the second row on 2 doors only a 2-seater, so it's a 50/50, not a 60/40. So there's a correction there. And their 4-door is a 60/40 because it does seat 3 in the back. So it gives you that information right there. So if I can get that to click. All right. There we go. Having issues with that. And then we scroll down, we have some interior options. We do have a couple different assistance kits, an on-road and off-road. And again, if we click the eye, we get a little more information about those. It shows you what's included. Just some things if you're off the side of the road, flat tire or something like that. It shows you, it just has some different things you can include in there, so you can always see what's included in those kits for $69 for that one. And then there's an off-road one that's a little more expensive. It's $199. It's going to include some other things for being off-road. Then you do have auxiliary switches that are going to go in the overhead console. You do see an image of that. If you click the eye, you can see it a little bit bigger. And then if you scroll down, you do have floor liners as well, front and rear. So you do get front floor mats, standard equipment on the base, but when you get the floor liners, you get front and rear liners, all-weather mats to protect the cargo area. And then you do have, it looks like standard equipment is going to be, you do have a storage bag for the front row top panels. So for the roof, those 2 panels on the top above the driver's seat and the front passenger seat, those can be removed and put into these sleeves that can be stored in the back, like you're seeing where the 4 doors have the doors as well. 2 doors, you cannot store, the doors can come off, you cannot store them in the back using the storage bags. So you can see down here, it actually it is telling you can click that option. It actually says the front panels and doors excuse me, for on-vehicle storage. Let's click the eye there because I'm kind of curious on that. So includes 1 bag to store the front 2 panels over the first row of the vehicle and 4 bags to store the 4 doors of the vehicle. Requires hard top. I think that's only going to be on the, I'm surprised it's showing up on the 2-door version, because I was told that only the 4-door can store the doors in there because they're smaller and they can fit, that the 2 doors are a little bit wider, and so they were not going to be able to fit back there. So interesting that they're letting you be able to select that option without going to the 4-door version. So, and then you have Sync 4 as standard equipment as we scroll down, Sirius XM with the 360L. Again, any of these you can click the eye and get information on. It's going to come standard with the 2.3 liter EcoBoost engine with the optional 2.7. So 2.7 engine is $18.95 for that upgraded engine. People asked about cost on that. I would like to see that for about $1,000. I think $1,800 may be a little pricey, but it is upgrading to the 2.7. When you look at the F-150, I think the F-150 is about a $1,000 charge when you go from the 3.3 liter V6 to the 2.7. Since this is a 4-cylinder smaller EcoBoost, maybe you could see that could fight for that. The reason why that should be $18.95 would be a little bit more money there. And then you do have your 7-speed manual is going to be standard. To go to the 10-speed automatic is $1,595. So it's $1,600 for automatic. that's the same cost it is in a Mustang. If you go from manual to automatic, is actually, I think it's $1,800 on a Mustang. So they have lowered that price some from what I think they were originally thinking. So $1,600 if you want to go automatic. And then it's going to come standard with the 4x4 with part-time selectable engagement. If you want the advanced 4x4, you're not able to check that because that's actually part of the Sasquatch package. So when you pick that, then it'll be highlighted that you'll get that as well. Then go on down, you do have your different gear ratios, so it's going to come standard with the 4.6 liter rear axle final drive ratio. And then it does show you the rear locking differential, and it also does show you the other gear ratios, but you're not able to add those because when you go to the Sasquatch, you're going to get all three of those. So that's going to give you the 373 open rear axle final drive, and then your rear as well. So your locking rear at 4.7, and then your rear locking differential. So you're going to get those features when you go to Sasquatch. So they do give you a few standard options here. You can click the view all features, and that takes you to the same place we were at earlier. So you can do it from this page as well. So close that. And then packages. The only package available for the base trim is the Sasquatch package, $5,000. So if we click and add that, and it's showing us it's $5,790. Again, not sure what the other $790 is for, but let's go ahead and click yes. And if we scroll back up to some of those other options we went through and it wasn't showing them, now they're checked. So you can see it shows you the 4.7 locking rear final drive, showing you the rear locking differential, and also shows you the advanced 4x4 system, all features of that. Does make you get the 10-speed automatic transmission. And then you can still stay with the 2.3 liter. So that shows you some of those features right there. And then if we moved on up, you would also, let's go on up. Actually, let's flip the arrows over here quickly to go to exterior. And you can see it has the Sasquatch package in the image there. Has your wheel tire combination, the high clearance suspension, and your high clearance fender flares there as well as part of that package. So if we click, as we scroll down, you can see those selected down there. So we're going to go ahead and click on down to packages again, get down where we were at. So Sasquatch is selected, and then now you have some accessories. So let's talk about a few of these. You do have rock rails. There's a two-door kit right there, and that's $595. And if you're on the four-door, I'm sure it'll be a four-door kit. Let's click on the little arrow there for bumpers, fenders, and other things. So you can see there is a tube door accessory kit. It's a two-door one. Of course, we're on the two-door version. It's $850. And then you do have the capable front bumper is $995. So it's a little bit different if you want to add that bumper. And then a couple different tops there. You do have a soft canvas there, the Benemy for the two-door there, and then it's $359. You have a mesh one. So let's click on these little eyes so you can see those images. So you can see it's a canvas that just kind of covers up the top across those rails up there. So that's pretty cool, and there's a little more information about those right there too, and you can add it from there if you want to. And then you do have the mesh one, so if you click on that one, you can see what that's going to look like in that image right there. So pretty cool. You can kind of see through there. So more of a mesh, give you some shade, but still have some airflow through there with the mesh top. So, and that one's a little less expensive at $259. Let's talk about racks and carriers. Quite a few of these here. You do have a bike rack there. So really cool bike rack with lock. So it's $289 for that. It looks like that's a single bike mounted rack there. You do have a roof mounted cargo box with locks there. You do also have another one down there that's a roof rack mounted basket. So extra large with net. So you have a net that goes over it to kind of keep things in. You have another one, medium one. So you have extra large, medium, so different sizes for those baskets there. And then also you do have a light basket, one with a light on the front of it, so that's pretty cool. It looks like that's the roof-mounted mount basket light brackets. So those are the brackets for the lights, I believe, is what that is. Then you have some kayak carriers there with locks, $289, and then you have a single one. If you want that just to go over the top, that's a little more expensive than the other that has two. So it just looks like you just have some straps to go around to keep those in place. And then you have a snowboard rack with lock. All these have locks in, which is good. Paddleboard carrier with lock. You have an awning So I think that's 6.5 by 6.5. So if you click on that, it is retractable, which is kind of cool. So kind of protects you there and gives you some shade. So it could come in real handy at those ball games when you're tailgating, that kind of thing. And that's a 309, I believe. Yeah, for that one. And then you do have a roof top tent. Skyrise, it's a 2-person. That's pretty cool, especially if you plan on doing some camping, whatever, and you want to be off the ground. You can have that up there. You always have that set to go, which is pretty cool. And then you have some flat top carriers as well. So all these, you just press the I and get a little more information on. You see the prices and how it would affect your price. When you click on them, it does change. In fact, we can see the summary up there at any time. We can click that summary and it'll give us that information there. And then you do have a canoe carrier and some roof rack crossbars as well right there. So, so go to hitches, off-road recovery kit, which is pretty cool. And then you do have an off-road recovery kit heavy duty as well. And then you'd have a winch mounting solution kit, so you could put that on the front. So we've seen images on Ford's website of that. That is the kit. It's $2,500 for that. And you do have a off-road and track air compressor kit. Could come in handy, especially doing some serious off-roading. Some trim kits there. What it's basically showing is your tag brackets. So you have a couple different options for tag brackets there at $35 a piece if you want some Ford Performance branding tag brackets there. Looking at the interior features here for accessories, you'd have once you go to interior, you have a couple different options. You have comfort and convenience, and you have electronics. So hit the comfort and convenience. You do have a portable fridge or freezer. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. You can add that in there, and then you do under electronics. You go down a little bit more. You have lamps, lights, and treatments. You can see there are some different lighting features. There's one of the light bars. We've been seeing some of the images Ford's had. As well as you do have some underbody light kits that you can put on there, amber and white. So that's kind of cool if you want to light up the bottom underneath there, especially if you're wanting to light up the trail in front of you. That light bar can come in real handy at $1,800. So a couple different options there. There's a pod light. It looks like there as well that if we click on that, we can see it a little bit better. There you go. It looks like that is on the front, so it can be attached, and then you can have that up there. So that's pretty cool. Little accessory that can be added. There we go, close that. And then we're down to the summary. So at this point, then you can go ahead, if you keep scrolling, you see your estimated price with that Sasquatch package. I think that's the only thing we added. So if we keep going down, it actually will show you, and they are having issues with, because of the traffic of things loading, but you can see we added the storage bag at $350. We added the Sasquatch package, should be down here. Sasquatch at $4,995. So you can see all those added options there. I think we added the automatic. I didn't see that in there. Might have went through that, past that. It should have been under the powertrain. It says no charge option, but I think it was added as part of the Sasquatch package. So that's why you're seeing $61.40 because they added that. So I think what you're doing is when you get the Sasquatch, make sure you get the automatic, but not charging you $1,600 for it. I think they're charging you half that price. So it's kind of a cool deal that they're trying to make it up since they're not being able to have the manual available yet. On the Sasquatch, it's going to be a late availability for the 2020 model year, so, and maybe even a 22. So if you're wanting the manual with the Sasquatch, you're probably going to need to wait on your build and your order. So there you go. That's how that works. I do want to go back to the two-door version here, and I'm not sure. I haven't figured out a fast way to get back there. So we're going to go ahead and just hit the Ford emblem and hope that we can get in pretty easily into the build and price. Hopefully we don't get a standstill here. There we go. So now we're going to click the four-door because I do want to go. There's a couple things that are specific to the four-door as well. You see the starting price is a little more expensive. Colors are all the same. Wheel tire combinations are the same. Again, here you can see the hard top is $695. So of course soft top is standard equipment. Get the hard top, it's going to be $695 for that. The headliner is a little more expensive because it's covering more back there. So if you want that hard top sound deadening headliner, it's actually a little more expensive on the four-door version. And then you have your cross rails or crossbars there. Same bumper things that we did see earlier and things that we can add to the bumper. Nothing new there on the four-door version. Go down to the interior. I think everything's the same there as well. So your interior options. Now here you do see the The storage compartment, you see the price here is $350 if you want to upgrade to get the door storage bags as well instead of just the top panels. So they're giving you the top panels for those storage bag for that, and this is going to be included. Looks like when I click the add, it does tell me that I need to add the hardtop. That's the only reason tells me to add it. But otherwise, it would be, as soon as we add the hardtop, that would show up as being included as part of that. And then, of course, all the other features down here. So everything else is pretty much the same. All the accessories are the same, but I just want to show you the price of the hardtop for your 4-door versions. You will see on the 4-door, you're going to have a different standard drive axle there than you did on the 2-door. And then we go to the Sasquatch, you're going to get the 4.7 final drive as well as the electronic locking diffs there. So there you go. So I think we figured out what that extra cost was. Last night in the video I did, couldn't figure out why it was an additional $700 or $800, and it looks like it's because it's making you get the automatic, but it's not charging you the full price for the automatic for that, and that's what that difference is there. So hopefully this video helps you out. Hopefully it gives you some information there. Have fun with it. Go in there, configure, make some different options, see how that affects your pricing there. On that one. So this one here, we didn't even add the Sasquatch, so it's just a 4-door base and with the destination delivery charges, and that is the price from the factory to the dealership that the Ford will charge you. It's not the dealership charge, by the way. This is Ford's charge on that. So you're $34,695 for a 4-door Bronco. I didn't even add the hard top or anything, and you're going to be $34,695 without a Sasquatch package or anything. Very cheapest 4-door there. I think 2-doors are going to be right around $30. So pretty cool. So hopefully that helps you out, gives you some information so you can go in there, build and price vehicles yourself. And if you have any questions, of course, drop them down in the comments down below. Hopefully you liked this video. If you did, smash that like button. And of course, if you want to reserve or switch over to us as your dealer, maybe you haven't punched that reserve yet. If you try to reserve now and you haven't yet, you're probably going to get a 2022 model year. Just so you know that, Ford said they've had so many reservations come in and what they think is going to get converted over to orders that more than likely, if you reserved after September 18th, you're going to get a 2022 model instead of a 2021. So keep that in mind. Dealerships aren't able to order either until they fulfill all the customer orders for the reservations. Then they're going to open it up. So we know we're not going to even be able to order any of these for our in-stock or be on a lot or anything like that for test drives or anything. But Bronco Sport we are able to now because they fulfilled all the orders for the reservations they had for the Bronco Sport. So they've opened it up for dealerships. We'll be able to order a couple Bronco Sports. But Broncos is probably going to be 2022 before dealers can order those for their inventory. So hopefully you did enjoy this. If you have any questions, of course, you can call or send a text message to the numbers on the screen, as well as we'll have those numbers are down in the description for you. And then don't forget, you can go to our website. We do have a Bronco page. We're going to try to have this PDF put on that page here shortly, so you can go to our Bronco page and get that reservation there. If you haven't reserved yet, you can just click on the reservation on that Bronco page for either the Bronco Sport or the Bronco 2-door, 4-door version and be able to reserve through us. We're doing free shipping as well, so very transparent about this. Free shipping is not a cost we want to incur onto our customers. So as long as you finance a vehicle with us, then we can get enough kickback from the lenders to be able to cover the cost of the shipping. So again, it is something that we're doing so that a lot of people are going to finance their vehicles. So very transparent. Some people have kind of put comments before in my videos about the free shipping. That's how it works. I'm very transparent about it. We are here to help get vehicles to people all over the country. That's why 20% of our business does come outside of the state of Kansas, because we do a great job of that. We've already delivered 1,000 vehicles to customers outside of our market area using our different delivery systems. So that's pretty nice that we've been able to do that this year, and so that we will help out customers with some of our custom truck builds, as well as some of our other vehicles after watching some of these videos. So I do appreciate your support and trusting us with your reservation if you had. Don't forget, you can switch it over to us if you'd like to. We're very passionate about it, and we're also giving a free Bronco jacket for all those down there. We're trying to get those out. We actually sold out from Ford. We ordered so many jackets that they are now, we're not able to get them. We've sold them out until they get more in. So we're trying to get those Bronco jackets out and get those sent out to our customers. So we're going to have some fun with it throughout this next year while we get our Broncos and wait for those. So stay tuned for these other videos. Again, we're going to do the whole series. We're done with the base video here. Keep watching some of our other ones. Again, don't forget, subscribe to the YouTube channel so you can get subscribed. You can hit the notification bell. You can also get notified the next time we have another video uploaded in this series, going through the Bronco build and price for you. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think down in the comments down below. Did I ramble on? Did I do some things? I like to make these videos informative for you and also something that you can really trust and count on. And so I want to make sure that I'm giving you everything you expect. So please drop those comments down below so I can make these videos as best that I can. So thanks for watching this. Don't forget you can find us on social media. We're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at McArthur on any of those formats. Where you can stay updated on different things going on at the dealership as well as with Ford and different specials we have with our inventory as well. So until the next video, we'll see you later. Have a great day.